Hello there.
Well, hello, troopers, and welcome back to General Economics Bunker. Thank you so much for joining me here on this fine Saturday night. Ooh, it has been a while. It feels like it's been months and months since we've stepped here into a live stream, but we have been running around quite a bit. All right, con season is no joke this year. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that that we're jumping on here, for a little bit here on Saturday night. And I hope that you know you guys are having an awesome weekend. I hope that your Saturday was amazing. I hope that you are getting pretty much everything you wanted to get done this weekend already checked off the list, and tomorrow Sunday you just get to chill. You just get to have you know some nice cold beverages. Today was 108 out here. Speaking of cold beverages, today was 108, and I almost passed out just from the front door to the car. Yeah, Texas heat is no joke. And especially last weekend I was out in San Diego, California, and more on that later. But the weather, man, I I, I get it. Okay, I get it. I get why California is so popular. But there's also, the flip side of that is that I pumped gas at $6.29 a gallon, and yes, for just unleaded, no premium. So I was like, oof, it is it is such nice weather, but paying over $6 a gallon, I don't know. It almost cancels out. It almost cancels out. Okay. But yeah, again, so I hope that you guys are staying cool out there. It feels like the summer started kind of late this year, if I'm being honest. I thought we were gonna be, around this temperature like almost 2 months ago. But no, we've been hitting, well over 100 here in Texas for the past, couple weeks now. But again, it kind of feels like a late start to the summer. And yes, I know technically summer's about to end, but still, it's been yeah, it was hot today. Okay, it was very hot. Um, so I hope that everybody's having an awesome Saturday night. Thank you so much for joining me here just to hang out on our aptly named late night hangout. All right, I know it's not that late, although it could be a little bit late for depending where you are. And again, if it's later than 9:40 p.m., I really appreciate you because you're staying up. You're staying up for this, and I love y'all for it. So thank you, Bunker Bunch, for hanging out. Again, I've missed you guys. I've missed you a lot. But woof, we busy. Okay, we are busy. But speaking of missing you guys, the chat is on fire tonight. So let me jump in and say hi to the Bunker Bunch here on YouTube. Let's see, we got Janine. What's going on, Janine? Happy belated birthday again. I hope that you had a great one. And if nothing else, I hope that you had a chilled one. All right. Um, Much love to you and Scott. As always, Scott wins. She says, hello there. Thank you for her donation. Hey, no, you don't ever gotta thank me for that. All right. I uh I wish I could do a little bit more, if I'm being honest, but I'll figure something out. Okay. We'll figure something out. And like I've told you many times, just remember you guys are not alone. All right. I can totally understand that it may seem that way, right? A few days, few times during the day, even. Um, and again, I can totally understand how everything can look, like it's just you two against the world. But do remember, you still got friends out here, all right? As a matter of fact, you got friends everywhere. See what I did there? That's a reference to Ender. Yes, sir. It's not funny if I gotta explain it. But thank you so much for joining us, Janine. Really appreciate you. Say hi to Scott for me as well. Hey, look who it is, trooping with Robin. What is going on, Robin? How you doing? Good to see you. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing you next weekend. Hopefully, I was just chatting with Ben earlier today. So I really hope we get to hang out. It's been too long. It's been too long since we've seen each other. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you and Ben. And like I said, hopefully we get to at least, you know, share a drink. Um, doesn't have to be alcoholic. It can be like sweet tea. We like sweet tea, right? We got Ultra in the house. Holy ish. General Kenobi. I didn't know there was a live already. I didn't know either until like 20 minutes ago when I decided to pop in. But I appreciate you joining, man. Thank you so much. As always, from Nerdzoic, I received my Jeju classified airborne figure and ordered him a new gun from Thanatos Unlimited. Hey, so let me ask you this: how is Nerdzoic nowadays? If I'm being honest, it's been a while, like a long while since I've ordered from him. Um, is his store still doing good? Is he? I haven't seen content from him in a long time. Um, but how is he still delivering on time and things like that? I know that he was before when I was ordering from him, he took great care, into ensuring that the packaging was in as good condition as it could be, being delivered to you. But let me know, Ultra. Like I said, I haven't ordered from him in quite a while. Um, yep, the kills gas and electric. Yeah, yeah, I know. And I hope that next time I'm out there in California, I get to see you guys. Um, to be honest with you, this trip to California, it almost felt like a business trip. In the sense that we had a scheduled like everything, right? Pretty much every day we had a schedule to go through. But yeah, hopefully next time I can allocate a little bit more time and just hopefully I get to stop by and see you guys. I know that George stopped by. I saw him for like 30 seconds at the show. That's the thing. I was running around so much during the show that I saw everybody for again for like a minute or two, and then I never saw them again. In the full 4 days. So it's kind of crazy. I did bump into a bunch of people, and then we're like, hey, we'll hang out today. Hey, we're gonna go do this for sure. Never happened. It just we never saw each other again. So if you were one of those, I apologize. Not That was not intentional. We got Middle Tennessee Geek. What's going on, Maddie? Appreciate you joining, man. Thank you, thank you. Also, I want to say hi to our peeps over on Instagram. I see you, and I appreciate you. Okay, so if you're watching on Instagram, thank you so much. You are also part of the Bunker Bunch, and I would love it if you consider um, following on Instagram. Instagram is just punishing me, dude. Like straight up, they just don't like me. Chris, what's up, man? Hey, brother, what is going on, man? Welcome, welcome. We appreciate you joining, man. Good to see you, brother. We got Ricardo in the house. What's going on? Hey, Jiro Kenobi. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hey, Carter. Hey, so man, good. I saw your post earlier, and um, you know, I I don't want to pry or anything like that. I just wanted to say, good luck on your upcoming move. I hope that everything that's going on sort of works out or works itself out, and I hope that you land on your feet, man. So yeah, just sending you some love. We got Rob in the house saying, "Hey guys, what's going on, man? Appreciate you jumping on. Thank you, thank you." Ultra saying hi to Ricardo. Rob doing the same. Ultra with the pickups, man. Come on. Thank you, says Jenny. No, thank you. Um, this is early during. I don't sleep anyway. Yeah, like I said, you know how I do it. It's just I was trying, huge emphasis on the trying, to move some stuff here. I picked up a couple of things from San Diego Comic Con, and I've been trying to put them in here in the bunker, and it just ended up being worse, right? So I was putting away some stuff, and I was like, you know what? I've been missing the bunker bunch too much, so it's gonna jump on, even if it's for a little bit. Um, but yeah, and again, thank you all for turning up and not letting me stream, to nobody, like out into the ether. So I always appreciate that, guys. Thank you, thank you. Zombie saying hi to everybody. Hey, Zombie says Ricardo. Somebody saying hi back. Yo, look who it is. Sexy Flexi in the house. Not to brag. Well, no, yeah, it is to brag. I'm actually gonna be hanging out with Flex in a week, actually in less than a week. So I am ecstatic about that. I cannot wait to hang out with my brother Elijah. It's been too long, or at least it feels like it's been too long. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hey, Janine says Ricardo. Janine says I really appreciate it. Thank you. No, thank you guys again. Hey, Ricardo says Janine. And then Ultra, the Ollie's pickups. All right, good job, man. Ollie's doesn't have anything new around here, man. Like here in the city, it just stays for like 2 years. It's about the same figure, so it's kind of you know it's kind of disheartening to go. Like that's why I don't go um, that often. I will, says Janine. Yes. Yes, says Robin. Absolutely. Hey, Flex, says Rob. Hey, Zombie, says Flex. Picked up from Walmart's. Um, Not too far. Got to easy. From figuring into it. Ooh, nice. Good job. You're actually finding stuff at Walmart, man. Um, Ricardo saying, hope that Scott's doing better today. To Janine. Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, look who it is. We got Star Wars Gazer in the house. Yo, the way Lucas looked at you, man, totally jealous, bro, right? Like, I could tell he got a little bit nervous once he saw me, like, besides the stage. I could tell he's like, oh my lord, like, I can't believe he's here. Um, I gotta bring my A game, He's like, I gotta bring my A game. And so he started just spitting out facts, right? And it was a good panel. It was a good panel. Um, I do like to tell people, for those of you that have not watched it, do not expect a Star Wars panel. All right. I think a lot of people, for some reason, were really thinking that was going to be the case. It's really not. It's it's beyond that, right? He's talking about his passion for art in general, and of course, narrative art, which is basically what his museum is about. So, while obviously there's a lot of Star Wars in that DNA, it wasn't a Star Wars like centric panel, right? Again, he's just talking about his philosophy regarding art. All right. So, hey, Gazer says Rob. Niner says Elijah. Hey, Flex says Ricardo. Hey, Rob says Chris. Janine saying, it started to feel better this afternoon. So glad. Oh, I'm glad too. Yeah. Yeah. Sending him a big hug. Rob. Sub Q says Elijah. Flag says Janine. Ultra says I haven't ordered from Nerd Sock since January and delivered on time. Okay, all right. So at least he still has his store, man. I remember when he first started. He was so afraid, and I mean, of course, I would be too. I know a lot of people called him crazy, to basically quit what he was doing to go run a full time, right, running a toy store. But hey, if he's making it work, that's awesome. That's kind of the dream, really. I'm just too, I would be stressing out too much. Chris says zombie. Chris saying, hey Janine, look who it is. The man collects. Chris in the house. What is going on, brother? Dude, where were you? I thought you were gonna go to San Diego Comic Con. I thought you were just gonna be there dominating the toy scene like you do everywhere else. You kind of have to go, dude. Like for real. Hey, Collect says Rob. Hi, Chris says Janine. That's great. Niner says Ricardo. Absolutely. Hello, Zombie says Chris. Flex says Scott's win. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Hey, Janine says Chris. Hi, the man. Chris says Janine. Um, Rob saying hi. Ultra saying hi to everybody. Flex saying hi back. What up, Ultra? Says Chris. Janine says, yes, it was weird for us not to be at SDCC this year. We live about 20 minutes away. Do you live that close? I didn't know that. I don't know why I thought you were further away. Dang it, dude. If I would have known, I would have made time. Oh, what the hell? I'm sorry. Now I feel terrible. Now I feel very, very bad. If I'm being honest, I didn't go anywhere besides like the hotel to the convention center. That was like every day basically. Um, we did go off to some of the activations, right, that are close to the convention center, but that's about it. Um, I didn't even go to the marina. I didn't go to dude. I didn't even go to a restaurant until literally when we were leaving the last day on Sunday, and that's because there was a restaurant near there and there wasn't many people, so we just popped in and I had a burrito and it was pretty good actually. But that was like my first and only sit down like meal that I had. Everything else was just kind of stuff on the go from stuff that we would pack from the hotel, or just whatever quick bite at the convention. I had one burger at the what is it, the Hilton, what is that, next to the convention center, at the hotel where most of the media presence sets up their own rooms, like their interview rooms. um but hey, Janine, there's of course always next year. And yeah, now I'm gonna make it a point, man. Now I feel really bad. I suck. That Well, was not good. um Ultra from Jasper Bolts. Bolt, sorry. Spartan Collection Douglas. Oh, nice. So I went to the panel, Ultra. I know you were asking. I went to the panel for Jazzwares and their preview, right, of what's coming up. And I gotta be honest with you, man, they didn't even mention Halo, like, at all, let alone show anything Halo related. So um I haven't checked. I would assume they still have the license, but nothing on their booth had Halo. So I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. Maybe they lost the license. Maybe that's why they're not really planning on doing anything else. But like I said, I do gotta tell you that there was nothing Halo related at Jazzware, like anywhere. Yo, look who it is. Appetite for Collectibles, Nilda in the house with the new profile pic. I love it. That Greta is something else, by the way. Hello there, Kenobi. What is going on? Appreciate you joining. Thank you so much. Uh, Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, man. Like I said, hopefully everything gets smoothed out. Nilda, great to see you, Francis Ultra. See you in a few, General. Absolutely, and you better be wearing the hat. All right. We got Generations Pop. What is going on, brother? Excuse me. Pause while I choke. Oh my lord! I felt it. I felt it. It was like, it's your time to go, and I was like, nah, man, not yet, not yet, not until I have even my graver over at the house and I make him some barbecue. Mm. Oh dang, I feel weird. All right, let's roll it back. We'll fix it in post. Take two. Generations Pop, what is going on, brother? How you doing, man? He says, how are you doing, brother? It was nice to meet you, San Diego Comic Con. Dude, I know, after freaking years, man. Um, I'm so glad I got to see you. So this man, Pop Generations on Instagram's Generation Pops here on YouTube. He is the king of San Diego Comic Con. All right. Any question that you guys have, anything that you guys might need, and to understand how to get an exclusive, how do you approach getting any exclusive, honestly, in the show, anything like try to secure a collectible, you got to talk to this man. All right. Pop Generations Pop here. So make sure that you're following him also. He's got great content here on YouTube as well. He helped me a lot, on his streams and stuff that he's shared. Because dude, let me tell you, like, exclusives at San Diego Comic Con is no joke. It's a freaking what do they call it? Olympic, sport. It's kind of nuts. I mean, I always figured it was nuts, right? But it's not until you experience it that you're like, whoa, like, people come here to shop. Like, they do not mess around. Hey, Ultra says Neil Dam. Scott, what's going on, my brother? Hey, y'all. Hope everyone is doing great. Dude, I hope you're doing great, man. It's so good to see you, man. I really appreciate you popping in, dude. Thank you, man. Sending you a big hug, brother. Appetite for Collectibles. Hope you're doing great, Scott, says Nilda. Excuse me. Ultra is playing back to Ollie's Future of the Elites 116 AJ Styles figures use for extra parts and keep as is. Nice. Good job. Hey, Ollie's is a good option, man. I don't know how your Ollie's is, but my Ollie's always has figures in really great shape. They're not new figures for sure, and they're not really figures that people want in general, but they're always like really good shape. Like the packaging is like pristine. I'm assuming they literally just got the shippers, from Hasbro and other companies. Like they never really saw any other retail locations because they're always like super clean. So if you want to pick up some of those figures, it's almost a guarantee that it's going to be in good shape. It's kind of weird. Nilda, thank you. I'm doing good. Awesome, man. I'm glad. Hello there, says my partner in crime, Mike. Which, by the way, guys, make sure that you are following him because next weekend, him and I, we're gonna take Dallas by storm. And by storm, I mean we're gonna be in bed by 8:30 p.m. at the latest. All right, no dinner because then I get like hiccups the next morning. But we are gonna be hanging out at Rebel ScumCon. All right, and we're gonna be taking very very frequent breaks from walking because again, like I have a bad knee and I have a worse knee, so yeah. Anyway, the point is we'll be out there. If you see us, stop by, say hi. If you see Mike, definitely say hi. If you see me, say hi. Ask for an autograph. They're only $5. Pictures, you can get him in a combo as well. So yeah, just let me know. Joking, by the way, joking. Daddy Vader says Ultra. Oh man. Ultra says also let's hope there are no lags in audio cuts since I was in Jurassic Park World Collectors Live and he had those problems to the point of no way, dude. So I was watching Spice Runners last night. And yeah, they kind of you're right now that you mentioned it. They were kind of freezing and then lagging because I could tell um, you know, Jeb's beautiful face just kept moving, but I wasn't hearing anything. And then all of a sudden, it would just like stop, and then it would like bloop, 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 and then it was back on like live or real time, I guess. So yeah, you're right. It was kind of weird. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. Also, everybody over on Instagram, let me know the same. I'm hoping that StreamYard, sorted their stuff out. To Chris, the man, Collect says, "Oh man, I wish I had went to San Diego Comic Con. It's on my list for next, dude. You have to. All right, you gotta. I'm gonna be real disappointed if you don't show up there and like sweep the floor with every other toy collector. All right." Sub chat says, Mike, the dad, Vader, Star Wars guy says, "Yo, Rob, how are you? What's up? We got the president, CEO, and COO of Nerd Affiliated, my man Archer. What's going on, brother? You went to Comic Con? I did. Can you believe it? They let me in. Suckers. Nerdies. What up? Sorry to enjoy your live. I was alive and I joined yours since just being had lagging and audio problems. Yeah, man. What's up with that? Great job with the coverage. Hey, you know what? Thank you, man. Thank you. Because it was a lot of work. Okay. It was a lot of work. So for those of you that don't know, I attended San Diego Comic Con because of my friend Daniel, who runs the Legacy of Nerd. He got media passes right for it, and he asked me if I would like to accompany him and basically run backup right for him and his team. And I said, yeah. I mean, of course, I've always wanted to go to San Diego Comic Con, but it was just one of those conventions that it's too big, right? I was like, I don't know how to get tickets. I don't know where to stay. There's lotteries for everything, including the right to book a hotel, let alone transportation. It's California. I've only been there once, now twice in my life. Um, anyway, there was just too many things that I was like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go, to be honest. And so again, he approached me for this opportunity, and I kind of jumped on it, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But where I was going with all of this is that I was actually trying to do my job and cover the event, as best as I could. Um, we did. I'll be honest with you guys. We did a lot. We did a lot. For it being both of our first times, I think we covered a lot. We were invited to a lot of things. We didn't do them all for sure, but I feel that we covered the main things, and I think for me personally, it was great experience, and we got to talk to some important people. Of course, we got to talk to some of the behind the scenes people as well, and I got a couple interviews. One of them, by the way, dropped today with Brian Volkweiss, whom I talked to for a little bit because of Nilda. By the way, I don't know if she's still in the chat, but because of her, she invited me over to live stream she had procured with him, and so we were contacted by the nacelle company and seeing if we wanted some time to speak with him, and I was like, of course, I love the work that he's doing. So go watch that. It's up on the channel today. The interview with Brian. He was great. He was having too much fun, at San Diego. I know he was obviously running a business and promoting and all that, but he was also out there hunting, like stuff for him, like for his collection. So that was fun. And the one I need to edit and probably hopefully drop soon is the one with Mr. Steve from Hasbro, basically the person who runs their Marvel and Star Wars, product line. So it was great chatting with him. Uh, Great guy, and again, he was very happy, to be back at San Diego Comic Con. So I got to talk to him as well. Um, but yeah, man, it was super super interesting to see the dynamic of Comic Con. Again, it's there's a reason why everybody wants to be there, right? There's a reason why it's the biggest one in the world, basically. Um, but yeah, yeah, quite a bit of covering. I was trying to post as fast as I did, and even then, I felt I was lagging behind. I don't know how Daniel does it, by the way. I would turn around and he already made like 3 posts, and I'm like, dude, I'm still like typing my first one and like choosing an image and stuff, and he's like, you gotta go, man. I was like, dang it. But yeah, Nilda says, Archer, oh my god, don't feel bad. I do, I really do. Now, um, but yeah, we hopefully I get to come back next year. At least as of today, that's the plan. And yeah, I would love to stop by and say hi, guys. Hopefully, you guys are going to the show and we can hang out there too. But yeah, Archer saying hi to Ultra and Nilda and Janine. Um, Mike says, I know, make you feel really, really bad. No, says Janine. Ultra says, gotta hope Jazz hasn't lost the license. They need to make more. I still want the rest of Noble Team scale to use for my Halo Jurassic World crossover. Yeah, man, like I said, I didn't see anything, dude. I'm so sorry. But actually, I posted a video about the Jazzwares booth, and that's all there was, man. Let's get into the facts, pros, and cons of the con. Oh, we'll go through that. We'll go through that real quick. Let me finish up here the chat. You guys are on fire. I still haven't caught up, guys. I love it. I love it. I missed you guys. I missed you guys a lot. Martha saying hi, welcome, welcome. Hi, Martha. And Scott says, zombie, hey, nerd, says Hugh. Pop Generations, thank you. Nah, man, thank you. And it was great meeting you, man. I hope, hopefully next time, we actually get to sit down for a little bit and talk a little bit more. Again, I need to learn a lot from you. Like everything regarding San Diego Comic Con for sure. Hi, General Kenobi says, Luis, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Chris says, hoping to see your Rebels come. Oh, we're there. We are there pretty much all weekend. Mike and I will be driving up on Friday morning, so we are kind of hoping to be there around noonish, just before the show actually starts. I would love to tell you that we will be there earlier than that, but I don't know because it's still like a 5-6 hour drive for us. So that means we got to leave like at freaking 5 in the morning, right? But we are gonna be there, Chris, for sure. And yeah, man, we definitely need to hang out. RMD, what's up, brother? Hello there, bro. Great seeing you out there in San Diego, dude. Yeah, I know. So I was looking behind this guy, looking all fly with a badass, Vader shirt and some tricked out Vader shorts. And then I I walk up because I was walking behind him, and I walk up and I'm like, I know this guy. This is the dopest guy I know. And sure enough, it was RMD, just owning San Diego like he always does. But yeah, man, it was so good to see you, man. I'm glad we got to say hi again. Ultra says, can hear you good so far? And so far, I'm like, oh, good, good. Thank you. Appreciate you for checking. Um, according to Toy Arc, Antonio, what is going on, man? Hello there, joining late, but wanted to still swing by. Appreciate you, brother. And over here on Instagram, we got Romero Live, who is, um, why am I blanking out? Who played a Mandalorian in Mando season 3. And he's saying, have fun at RebelsCon. Appreciate you, man. So thank you for that. Hey Q says, Nerd Affiliated says, you look, sound, and smell great, General. You know it. Oh, just wait for a week from now. I've been watching all your SSC this past week. Dude, yeah, dude. It was like, it was like a storm, right? Like it just kind of came in and like turned me all around, and somehow that was awesome and fun. And then it like spit me back out, and here I am, like back in the real world. It's kind of crazy. Regardless of the current toy arc, Hasbro has the Master Star Wars license, but shares it with Jazzware. Jazzware still holds the license for Micro Galaxy Squadron. Yes, so Hasbro shares. You're right. Hasbro shares the license with Jazzware. They actually share with others too, and not just Star Wars, right? But yes, you're right. Brian in the house, bro. Cannot wait to see you. Next week at Rebels Comic Con, dude. We need to hang out. We need to like sit down and just chat for like hours, bro. So hopefully, you get a little bit of time there. Brian sent me to some bomb, tacos out there in San Diego. That was literally my first meal. It was really good. Hey, we got a brother from the Countdown City Geeks. Glad you had a great time at your first SDCC. Yeah, man, it was nuts. I mean, obviously, I knew that it was different, but it's not the same until you experience it, right? Um, but yeah, man, it was crazy. How much goes on in parallel and how little you can actually do. When you realize that you're missing out on 15 things and there's another 20 that you got to cover. It's kind of crazy. Mike says, Countdown the Legends. Hey, Daddy Vader says, Ricardo Robin says, we'll be there Friday and Saturday. Nice. Yeah, we definitely got to hang out. I still keep believing RC stands for Inside Collectibles. Yes. In our context, it stands for Rebels Comic Con. Okay. So, take two. I want to go back to what Mike said here. Let's get some San Diego Comic Con facts, pros, and cons of the con. Oh, that was it's a bit of a convoluted sentence right there. So I'm not gonna bore you. Yeah, I'm out of it, man. I'm out of practice. We will be having a greater discussion this Wednesday on a regularly scheduled episode of The High Ground, where I kind of want to dive, deeper into it. Today, like I said, I just wanted to pop in here because I miss you guys. But I'll give you a little bit of the rundown. So, facts. Fact is, San Diego Comic Con has made me more angry at Celebration, because San Diego Comic Con has great organization, in place. By comparison, okay. No, it's not perfect, but man, they were on point. Okay, I and yes, I know I'm sounding like an old man, but whenever you would ask staff, you would ask questions, they generally had answers. And if they didn't have answers, there was somebody very close by to give you that answer. So I love that. again, not like Celebration where it's nobody knows. You ask three people, you get six different answers. So, however, and Generations Pop, actually, again, he's a veteran at this thing, and so he pointed it out that San Diego Comic Con benefits from the fact that it's every year, it's at the same spot, it's on the same convention center, and a lot of their volunteers volunteer recurringly. So they got experience, they got experience with the crowds, they got experience on who needs to go where, they got experience, what happens at each hall, who needs to go to hall A, C, H, etc. um, and that shows, that really does show. Okay. um, Again, I know I'm going to sound like an old man, and that's because I am, but I think that was my favorite part. I think that was my favorite part of the experience, just kind of being, in a structured event, and with very helpful staff. And I'll be honest with you, like most of the staff was there, like being very polite. I found that very surprising. Almost nobody was really stressed out. Everybody kind of had backup, when on their posts. Yeah, it was good. So uh, I would consider that a pro, to be honest with you. Even though it's a huge show, um, you're not really gonna struggle. You're not really gonna struggle to find your way, or to find where you need to go, or where a room is, etc. Um, Facts. I don't know how much of a fact it is, but everybody that I talked to that has gone to this thing, before, did tell me that this year was a very low attendance in comparison to previous years, or even previous year. And I do believe that because, remember, Marvel didn't have a panel this year, you know. DC barely had a Peacemaker. So there wasn't anything like humongous, there. Um, except for George Lucas, right? However, George Lucas was announced kind of at the tail end, right? Um, and from what I heard, it's because he had now locked in, being there. And I guess it was almost like a last minute decision, I guess, or contract, or whatever you want to call it. But the point is that supposedly that's why they hadn't announced him, before. Um, but how do you call it? It was maybe good for me, since this was my first one. The fact that it wasn't like the normal craziness that it was. And don't get me wrong, it was still plenty of crazy. But again, I don't know if that's a fact, but I do tend to believe it because, again, I heard it from people that have gone to this event for years. Um, cons, I would say, um, if you're there to shop, right? Actually, just in general, but I felt it more because did try to buy some stuff. If you're there to shop, you gotta be prepared to basically sacrifice a lot of time. Everything is by lines. um Even though there's like online lotteries and like online registration, everything is still go stand in line, by the booth. um yeah, so that's still old school in that way, let's call it. And pretty much everybody was doing it. I'm not picking on anybody specific, but that was kind of the way. It was kind of the way to just, if you wanted an exclusive, say from Jazzwares, you would find the Jazzwares line and just stand in line for as long as you could, and as early as you could, and just try to get the exclusive. Now, one good thing is that all of their exclusives are normally um, allocated by day, right? So there will be some the first day, the second day, third day, all the way to the fourth day, which is always, in my mind, that's always the way you should do it. Now, like again, now like Celebration, where they just, for example, Hot Toys just put out the exclusives and they were gone in the first like hour, right, for the whole show. Um, Real quick, I want to shout out here on Instagram. We got OBP Kenobi. Appreciate you joining over here too, man. And we got Figure Brian. Yo, saying hello there. Appreciate you, Figure Brian. Thank you so much, man. We got one of the big ones in the game joining us over on Instagram. So thank you for that, man. Appreciate you. So yeah, guys, like I said, it's quite the experience. There's a lot of people, but like I was saying, on my vlog video, um, I was mentally prepared for Saturday to be insane, right? Like an insane amount of people cannot walk through the halls, all of that stuff, and not really. I gotta say, not really. Um, and again, this is coming from me that I I spent maybe only half the time at the show floor, whereas normally that's more than normally any con that I go, that's normally where I spend the most time because you guys know me. I like toys. So I like to shop around. I like to browse. I like to see who got what. I like to see who updated their booth, from the previous day, that kind of stuff. But again, at this show in particular, we were kind of there to work. We had panels to cover, we had activations we were invited to, we had interviews that were previously scheduled. So basically, every day, um, we we had to get to the convention center and then like immediately go to a room or it go to another hotel adjacent for an interview, go to an activation, etc. So I actually didn't get to walk the show floor that much. As a matter of fact, the last vlog video that I posted for day 4, that was really like legitimately the first time that I walk the how do you call it, the section where the like third party sellers were, not the official stores like Hasbro, Jazzwares, etc. um but more like yeah, like stores, right? Like people take collectibles and sell them there, and I saw a lot of cool stuff. So I can only imagine that it was a lot better, at the beginning of the show when they had more stuff. But again, I just didn't really have time to make it out there. um and so that's, I think that should be a fact. um I don't think most people realize how much time you spend on trying to get just one exclusive, you know um I saw people basically spend half a day, if not more, to just get the one exclusive. So when people are like, oh, you know did you get this one, did you get that one, did you get that one, I'm like, yeah, you don't realize that it's almost like one per day. Obviously um some are more what do you call it, popular than others, right? So some of them are going to be bigger lines than others, but in general, you spend a lot of time, you definitely spend a lot of time standing in line, for exclusives. Luckily, I got friends everywhere. See what I did there? I did it again with the Andor reference. Man, I'm good. uh and one of them really helped me out with the Hasbro exclusive because those lines were crazy. I could have gotten it myself. um I would say, what was that, like Saturday afternoon? Crazy enough, they still had it, and there was almost no line. So a lot of people were getting it at that time, which I found very weird that Saturday was not like the craziest day. I think Sunday actually was more people out on the show floor than Saturday. Sunday, I actually had time or had a hard time um, walking, just getting through. So we got here over on Instagram. We got Kessel Runners Official says, I haven't been since like 2010. Just grew so big, it became so dang hard to manage. You're right, exclusive sell out so fast, dude. They really do. First of all, appreciate you, Kessel Runners Official, man. Thank you for joining us on Instagram. Um, and yeah, and like I said earlier, that's why I had kind of in my mind, I'm like, I'm never really gonna go to San Diego Comic Con, or I'll go, but not the whole show and things like that, because I'm like, it's just a freaking monster, of a convention. I was like, I don't know how to navigate it. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Not that I ever do, but let's see here. Let me jump back into the chat. Countdown City Geek saying hi to the dad Vader. Um, Ultra says the Star Wars TVC and Black Series reviews were letdowns for me when compared to the Marvel Legends G.I. Joe Classified reviews, which weren't the greatest but better than Star Wars. I think, to be honest, Star Wars, they're kinda on how can I say? They're kinda on an update phase. So we're getting figures that or let me rephrase that. We are getting characters that we have gotten before, but they're doing it a lot better. Like, if you see some of those figures live, like the new Rex with the Anakin, the new Vader, and the new 2-pack Vespin Vader and Vespin Luke, those look great. Even the Mace Windu against Darth Sidious, I know people were not happy with some of those pictures, and I get it. Some of those pictures are not good, like, at all. But seeing them live, like seeing them in person, they do look better. Okay, so they do look better. Yo, Figure Brian in the house. What is going on, brother? Appreciate you joining over here too, man. I was just seeing your praises over for Instagram. Thank you, man. Um, Guys, I'm pretty sure everybody here knows who this man is, but in case you don't, you gotta follow him everywhere. Yeah, this is one of the big ones, guys. This is one of the big ones in the game. So I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Let's see. Mattel better reveals this year. Their Elite Ultimate Edition reveals are awesome. There's so many figures. I can't wait to get my hands on. Nice. Yeah, Mattel was doing good. Mattel was doing very good, actually, with their why am I blanking out? Motu Master of the Universe. Yeah, Mattel had some cool stuff for sure. Ultra says even Jazzware had some impressive AW figure reveals. Um, Countdown City Geek says, to be honest, this was a very unique year. So many things at SDCC were different from anything in recent years. No big studio panels. Allow for the attention of attendees to be more spread out. See, and that's the thing. Like I said, speaking to people that have gone to these things, like Pop Generations was telling me, something very similar. But yeah, I mean, I had a great experience, guys. Like, overall, I guess that should be the takeaway. Um, like I said, I'll dive, deeper, more details on Wednesday, where we're gonna have a little bit more time. But overall, yeah, it was a great experience. I'm still tired. It was, like I said, it was just it was kind of impressive, if I do say so myself, how much stuff we actually got done with a small team, right? Countdown City Geeks knows what I'm talking about. These dudes were doing, uh, basically, uh, like 3 points of coverage at every time, through the show. So yeah. Let's see. Good evening, friends. Since Action Joe Fix, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in. Not better or worse, just unique. Brian says, "Hermano, always like seeing George. Meeting him is amazing, dude. It was so good. It was so good. Um, I'm super happy that I was there. That this was my first San Diego Comic Con, and it was his first San Diego or Hall H. Um, yeah, uh, it was kind of nuts. I don't know how to properly describe it. It was special. It was magical. Those words come to mind. Um, I know it's gonna sound bad, but he does look old. Okay, once I saw him, like up close, I'm like, yeah, he's definitely, um, not young anymore. His movements, his voice, and obviously, right? I mean, the man is what, 80, 81. So I'm not saying like, oh no, he looks bad. No, he looks great for his age, obviously. But it's very different to see him, um, on TV or on YouTube or whatever, and to like physically see him, with your own eyes, like that close. I was like, dude, I'm glad I'm here. I'm very, very happy that I got the opportunity. And again, shout out to Daniel. I'm not taking away, um, the fact that it's because of him. Um, yeah, it was so cool, man. It was so cool. Um, I know I don't know how many people here in the chat have been to Hall H, but I had a lot of people message me on Instagram and stuff like, "Oh my God, did you get his autograph? Did you get to talk to him? Like, did you get a selfie?" I'm like, "No, guys, like you don't understand. Like, he's there for the panel, and then he disappears. Like, that's it. It's not a meet and greet. It's not a photo op. It's not a autograph. Like, he doesn't stop. Okay, like he doesn't stop. As a matter of fact, he didn't even come back the same way um, as he entered. They exited the other way where there's no press. Um, so yeah, um just to clarify, they're like, oh, like, again, did you get his auto, did you get to talk to him? I'm like, no, guys, like, again, you don't understand, we're not there to like interact in theory, right? We're not there to interact with any of them. um and they were on us, okay, for George's panel, and with due reason. They were getting kind of nervous, and stuff. Technically, it was the biggest panel. I read somewhere, if anybody knows here, by the way, let me know. But I read somewhere that Hall H had over 6,500 attendees, and I believe it. I mean, the place was packed. Niño Grogu, ¿cómo estás, hermano? Saludos hasta Chile. Nerdfeeling says, do you feel like your experience was different than Celebration because of your past? Also, do you think City could handle the crowd? Um, the city, the city is used to it, man. The city is a veteran at doing these things. So yeah, I totally think they can. They got a great system. Shuttles, from the hotels. We relied on those heavily, and they were on it, dude. Like they had several for each route. I don't think we ever waited more than like 10 minutes for a shuttle, dude. Like, it was good. But again, I got nothing to compare it to, right? I've never been to another San Diego Comic Con, so in my experience, yeah, they did great. So your previous question, do you feel your experience was different than Celebration because of your past? Yes and no. So I've never had press pass for Celebration. Okay, I never even saw that they opened it. If they did last time, I don't think they did. So I've never had press pass for Celebration. So I can't really speak to that. What I can speak is that San Diego Comic Con, it's it it for the majority of it, it felt like they did not care that you had a press pass. Like, they would still send us to the same line as everybody else. We still had to wait like everybody else. And I'm talking about the event, of course. The the only time it was when we had like something scheduled, like an activation, but those were made by appointment, right? So we knew we were getting in before the show even started, because again, we work with the reps, and we had schedule, and we had appointments and stuff like that. But like us walking up to a panel, like just going, yeah, they everybody turned us away, not away, I'm sorry, everybody turned us over to the general line, right, to the general entrance, go stand in line, all that stuff. So I don't know. It was kind of weird, to be honest, in that sense. Now, once we were in Hall H, then yes, you had the option to be in the press pit, which not a lot of people do. Believe it or not, again, this is my only San Diego Comic Con, but there was not a lot of people in there. I kind of had to do it for Mark and for George Lucas, right? Like, I just want to be close to them, honestly. Janine says attendance dropped off a lot when Sideshow stopped doing their booth. Oh, that's interesting. Brian says, have you opened up the Black Series already? No, dude. No, I have not. I gotta film it. So yeah, it's a whole thing. But I saw your setup, and that discouraged me, because I'm like, it's never gonna look that good for me. So might as well just open it. But no, as a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right back there. That's the box for the Black Series exclusive. Also, if you're not following Brian on Instagram. You definitely need to, because he posted pictures with his diorama that he made beforehand with like light up lava and steam, and it's nuts. All right. So make sure you watch that. Figure Bryant now on YouTube. Yeah, dude, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, says Rex from Millennium Workshop. What is up, brother? Dude, can you just stop like being awesome at everything? I saw your turtle. What the heck, bro? That looks straight from the movie, like from my childhood. You just stop, okay? I saw the Vader also you posted today. It's not fair, dude. It's just not fair. What up, Rex, says Janine. RMD says, even though attendance was low, numbers wise, it's still packed and crazy, but felt great. I didn't buy much. I was just there to hang out and walk the con gas lamp area. Yeah, so um, you actually raise a good point, because um, I didn't buy much. I know that sounds weird, but I really didn't. I really didn't. I again, guys, I wasn't there so much to shop. Uh, Although, trust me, I wanted to shop. Like I wanted a lot of the stuff that they had there. Um, but since I was, part of the team, part of Daniel's team from the Legacy Nerd team, um, the my priority was, coverage. Like we gotta cover. First of all, we gotta be there at the appointments we already made before the show, and then second, we gotta try to be there at some of the panels that we're interested in, and some of the panels that we know there will be some news right coming out of. So that was kind of my priority again. I think that if I had been just on my own, or maybe yeah, just kind of like on my own, I think I would have stayed a lot more at the con, at the show floor, right, and just explore pretty much every booth, which I still got to do quite a bit. Don't get me wrong. Um, just not as much as I would have normally. But like I said, guys, we got a lot done. We got a lot of coverage done. Um, if you guys think I did a lot of coverage, Daniel did like 5 or 6 times more. I mean, that man has his process like on lockdown. OBP saying, hello everyone, just got home from Orlando. Hunt, dude, appreciate you, man. I saw you over on Instagram. Thanks so much for joining us here. Yo, there you go. We got Daniel from the Legacy of Nerd saying, yo, what up, man? I was singing your praises earlier, man, and just yeah, basically just telling everybody that that I'm super grateful to you, because of the opportunity you gave me to basically run backup for you and your team at San Diego Comic Con. And otherwise, I don't think I would have experienced it this year. Maybe later, right? I don't want to say never, but this year for sure, no, it would not have been in the books. So I just want to say, once again, thank you. I know I've told you in person, but still, I want to say it here, in front of the Bunker Bunch, that I really, really appreciate it, and that it was an insane, awesome experience. Ultra saying hi to Daniel. Rex and Legacy says Archer. Hi, Janine says Rex. Action Joe says, hey, OBP and Dad. Vader. Rex saying, what up, Nerd Affiliated? Nerd Affiliated says, Hasbro needs to figure out the single joint arms and trigger hands, dude. You're not kidding. Just so that the new Black Series Han Solo, the face sculpt is not good. I would say we wait to see it live, like actual. Hasbro has not been doing great with their pictures, man. Like I can tell you, on a lot of them, yeah, seeing them in person makes a lot of difference. Glad you had a good experience. Hey, thank you, man. Have you ever been? Yo, what up, Michelle? What's going on? Saying hello, friends. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. I saw you on Instagram too, and thank you for jumping over here. Hi, Pete. Hi, Michelle. Says Janine. OBP says, did George smell like Star Wars? Dude, he smelled like the Force. It was beautiful. Hi, Janine. Hope you had a happy birthday. Yes, exactly, says Michelle. Action Joe Fake says, yeah, I turned 60 in 3 days. Oh, no way, dude. Congratulations. Happy birthday, man. The big six. Oh, that's awesome, man. 3 days. All right, man. Good job. Hope you have a great, great birthday, man. Hi, Janine. Hope you had a great birthday, says OBP. Happy 60th, Action Joe. Yes, sir. The city gets all cleaned up the week before too. Yeah. Now I will say this. I know that everybody talks that the city, gets in the San Diego Comic Con, mood and stuff. I was a little bit disappointed when I got to the airport. I didn't see anything there. Um, not even a little poster or flyer or something. So, or on the screens, that kind of surprised me, if I'm being completely honest. Yes, once you start getting closer to the event center, right? Then yeah, you start seeing it, on the light poles and some posters, and obviously surrounding buildings have gigantic um, signs and stuff like that. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed for the airport. Maybe just because I got in on the poor, terminal. Maybe the rich terminal has better. Um, Nerfin says, I asked a silly question because I've heard people complain about it, but you did mention there were fewer people. Someone recommended them go to Vegas. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I honestly didn't have any hard time with the infrastructure, but once again, we weren't really going out to restaurants. We weren't really going out, to bars. We went to one bar. So I didn't get to explore the city per se. Yeah, I we really were pretty locked into the show. Thanks, Michelle, says Janine. Brian says he looks fragile and aging. I hope after the opening of the museum he finally gets to retire and rest. Yeah, dude, I'm actually kind of there with you now. The selfish in me, of course, I want to see him in a 2027 celebration. But yeah, after that, yeah, man, my man needs to rest. He looks tired. He looks tired. Again, he looks really good for his age, but it kind of hit me a little bit, if I'm being honest. Once I saw him, like I said, with my own eyes, yeah, it really hit me. Like, man, he's up there in age for sure. Thanks, Pete, says Janine. Thanks, says Action Fix. Happy 60th, Joe, says Janine. Thanks, says Joe. Legacy Nurse saying, I think I may open mine. Stress too much on getting it home. Oh, the Black Series? No, I'm gonna open mine. Like, I'm gonna open mine. My idea right now is I'm gonna put it right here on this my Obi-Wan Kenobi like section. How I'm gonna fit it, I have no idea, but I think I kind of want to hear. It's really nice, man. It's one of the best exclusives that Hasbro has done in a long time, right along with the Ronin, which is over there. And yes, I know the debacle with the Amazon and all that, but purely speaking about the packaging and the figures, I think that's a really good one too. But again, I'm happy I got both and at the shows, which is kind of crazy. We got LeBron Fett in the house. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, brother. Appreciate you, man. Happy 60 Joe for sure. We got T3 collects 200,000 plus. We're at SDCC. Is that right, dude? That is nuts. I kind of believe it. It is a 4 day slash 4.5 day show, but man, that's a ton of people. That's twice a celebration. And that's because I think this has been the biggest celebration in terms of attendance. Thanks, LeBron, says Action Joe. Hi, Legacy. Hi, Niner. Hi, Archer. No worries, says LeBron. Hi, T3. Hey, LeBron, says T3. Legacy is pretty awesome. That he is, my friend. That he is. Also, shout out to T3. We finally got to hang out in person. So appreciate you, man. Unfortunately, it was one of those things like I was mentioning at the beginning of the stream. We hung out day one. I saw him day two, and then it was like poof, and we were just like we never saw each other again. The show gets crazy, guys. Again, there's too much going on, too much to do. Obviously, a lot of people. So again, if I saw you and I said hi, don't feel like personal that I didn't get to see you again. I didn't really get to see anybody again. Um, yeah, it was kind of like, hey man, how's it going? Awesome, we'll hang out. Absolutely, and then we never did. So it just again, it just kind of went like that. Yo, we got the bro DeLorean in the house joining us over here on Instagram. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you. Legacy is pretty awesome. Yes. OBP saying hi to everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button like it owes you money. Appreciate you, LeBron. Thank you. Hi, Relics. T3 says Ultra. Hi, Ultra says LeBron. Action Joe says Space Con will be here before you know it, dude. Yeah, but we got Rebel ScumCon to cover first. Lucas definitely deserves rest. Yeah, man. That's yeah, for sure. The Legacy Nerd says Junkanov is a bad influence, by the way. He makes you want to buy things. Hey. It was only like $200. Come on now. You can afford that in your sleep. The Black Series will look awesome on that shelf. I think so too. I think so too. One, it makes sense because again, this is like my Kenobi, area, and also so hopefully people will be able to see it on the stream. Action Joe says, "I heard Theory's planning on bringing Nick Gillard with him to SpaceCon. I think he will. He was there for George's panel." RMD says, "Would you get the Black Series box signed by Ewan and Hayden?" I don't know. I'm thinking, if anything, I think I might do the sleeve. The sleeve that covers the box, because I'm gonna open it. I'm being honest. This one I do want to open. It's got too much going on for it. I want to display it. But I think I'm gonna keep the sleeve that surrounds the box because I like that design. Like the black and faded gray type of thing. And maybe that one I get signed. I don't know. I haven't decided, if I'm being honest. LeBron T3 says they're affiliated. T3 says Legacy Nerd. I'm a bad influence. Hi, T3 says Janine. Hi, LeBron says Janine. Hi, Janine says T3. Did I miss your pickups? No, no, we didn't really cover that much. Like I said, we'll have a more in-depth show this coming Wednesday. Um, on our regularly scheduled the high ground episode. Just today I just wanted to come in here and chat with you guys because I feel like we haven't done this in a long time. I know it's not a long time, but it feels that way. So I just wanted to pop in here. Carlos says, we did communication to the text, though. Yes, yes, we did. Ultra saying hi to LeBron. And not much. Ultra is getting ready for work. That's right, man. You're working late tonight. So, yeah. Good luck, LeBron. Hello there, says Blackstar9. Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, guys, please do me a huge favor and go over the main channel and check out the San Diego Comic Con vlogs. Coverage is up for day 1, 2, and excuse me, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And today I posted the interview with Brian Volkweiss, head of the Nacelle company, who basically makes the toys that made us, the show, the movies that made us, also amongst a ton of shows, by the way, that I wasn't that aware. And he's also running a lot of he's running the Nacelleverse, which is bringing back Biker Mice from Mars, Cowboys of Moon Mesa, RoboForce is streaming now for free. So yeah, make sure that you check that interview out. It's pretty fun, and he's a collector too, so he was out there hunting as well. And we got the Jazzwares booth. They were kind enough to give us a booth tour, so I got to film that during preview night. And then everything else, go ahead and check out over on Instagram, general.kenobis.bunker. If you guys are not following me there, I would greatly appreciate it if you do. You guys over on the Instagram live, I appreciate you popping in. Thank you so much for leaving your comment. And also, if you're not following me, I would appreciate it if you do. That's where I've been posting, a lot of the coverage. We are also over on TikTok at general_Kenobis_bunker. We are on Facebook, General Kenobis Bunker, all one word. And we are on Threads at general.kenobis.bunker. So I would greatly appreciate it if you follow me all throughout social media. Also, just in case you guys forgot, we are going to be at Rebel ScumCon 2 in a week. Basically, it starts next Friday over on Frisco, Texas. Get your tickets if you haven't. Mike and I will be driving up. We will be basically there for the entire show. So come hang out, come say hi, get a sticker, get a selfie, all of that for a very cheap price. Kidding. But yes, let's hang out, guys. It's gonna be a great show. There's gonna be a ton of us, content creators. It's gonna be like a big old hangout. So I hope to see everybody there, and I hope that you guys get to say hi. Also, disclaimer: please don't feel bad if I don't call you by like your government name. Um, I'm okay with faces. I'm terrible with names, and more than likely I will identify you by your handle, or your Instagram or YouTube name. So please do not be offended if I don't know you your actual federal name. So please don't take it the wrong way. Again, just my memory is not that great. But yeah, so I'm very excited to get to hang out with everybody out there. Um, so we got over here on Instagram, Elvis saying, "See you Thursday." Oh, that's right, you are going up. I want to hit Holocron up with Chris and I. Nice. We will be there on Friday, dude, because Thursday, Mike and I, we still gotta work. Yes, believe it or not, somebody's got to pay for all of this. So we'll be driving up, I believe, Friday morning, early morning, hopefully. But yeah, dude, we'll definitely see you out there. We got to explore the force over on Instagram as well. Yes, my guy. I hope you're as well. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. So that is gonna do it here for this late night hangout. Again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Missed you guys, missed you, Bunker Bunch. And I'm really grateful that you guys popped in here. The chat was on fire tonight, guys. Like I could not keep up. Um, one last comment here. Raging Mando in the house. What's going on, Frankie? So where exactly are you storing George Lucas? Oof, dude. That's yeah. We're gonna leave that for the paid tier. I'm just kidding. But yes, thank you everybody. I hope that you have a great rest of your weekend. I hope that you get to go to Rebels Comic Con for those of you near, or those of you that are flying. It's gonna be a good show. So I hope, sorry, I get to hang out with a bunch of you next weekend. Again, please follow us on social media, and I will see you more than likely Wednesday night, where we are gonna go a lot more in depth into my experience at San Diego Comic Con. We're gonna talk about pickups. We're gonna show a few pictures. We're gonna give you a little bit more of the insight. So thank you again. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.